Today's update is for people who are offshore. Yeah, I know you're excited to hear that because whenever we make posts or run presentations, we get comments. Do you have something for people who are offshore? When are the people who are offshore when will they be allowed to apply? So that's amazing. We already know that Northern Territory allows a certain number of applications from offshore individuals. We know that Tasmania allows a certain number of expressions of interest from individuals from offshore. We know that you could register your interest in South Australia for some occupations if you are onshore. However, previously this registration of interest in South Australia was limited to mostly trades occupations. Now, today's great news. Tomorrow onwards, we have a new list of occupations that we have can register interest for if we are offshore. And these are 70 occupations, and I will just go through this list with you quickly, through some of them. There are many, there are 70. I won't be looking at all of them, you can find it on the website, but just some of my comments as to some of them, because I think it's really important. Look, amazingly, we have managerial occupations like sales and marketing manager, advertising manager, public relations manager, and human resource manager on the list. Corporate services manager, policy and planning manager, research and development manager, customer service manager. This is extraordinary because obviously these are the people who we have been not able to source from the graduates here in South Australia or interstate graduates, because these are senior managerial roles. So a wonderful pick for people who are well into their 30s or maybe even early 40s. Look, these are all managerial occupations, so you had to grow into these managerial occupations. It's not some occupation that you get immediately after you graduate. But that's extraordinary, because I know that there are a lot of people out there around the globe with these occupations. And now the Institute of Managers and Leaders has provided a simplified framework for assessment for these occupations. So you can get assessment. I won't say that it's relatively easy, but I will say that it's easier than it used to be before. But then look, it's not only managerial occupations. Human resource advisor, recruitment consultant. Well, that's extraordinary. Very similar occupations, and you would never think that so early, with the pandemic still not having ended, we would source people in these occupations from offshore. Extraordinary. Like, hooray to South Australia. Very well done. None of the states does it. Then we have a management consultant, which is slightly complex work. That's a pretty senior individual looking at the structures of companies and making them more effective. What else? Information and organization professionals, NEC, is a wonderful occupation. I'm absolutely confident that we have a lot of clients doing this. If your background is in data analysis, this occupation might be for you. So it's sort of a knowledge manager, data scientist, potentially sales analyst. Not the salesperson, but the sales analyst. So dealing with data sets, analyzing information. This occupation is for you guys. Market research analyst and marketing specialist, amazingly. I don't know how long these occupations will actually last when they open them, so hurry up. Public relations professionals and technical sales representatives, NEC, now into NEC. Vedasis mostly sees people working in education in this field. However, Vedasis is open to some other sales representatives in this field. Contact us for more details. Then we have all the farming jobs, farmer. And then we have senior managerial occupations in the building industry. Construction project manager, project builder. You need to have been pretty much at the top of the pyramid, or at least at the lower top of the pyramid in the construction industry to be in that role. But again, construction project manager and project builder, wonderful jobs for people well into their 30s, even in their early 40s perhaps, with people who have lots of experience. Production manager in manufacturing, well, there you go, that's a VET occupation as well. We'll help you with the assessment if you want. Supply and distribution manager and procurement manager. I've started this video by managerial occupations that are assessed by the Institute of Managers and Leaders. These two go along with them as well. Supply and distribution and procurement. Basically, these are the two cycles. One is supplying something and one is buying something by the company, also assessed by Institute Management and Leaders. Pretty senior roles. You need to have subordinates for all managerial occupations. You need to have had subordinates. Contact us for the other detail about these occupations and what you need for skills assessment. Childcare center manager. So basically it's running a kindergarten, managing a kindergarten. And they have now their own special skills assessment authority for that one. Environmental manager, laboratory manager, quality assurance manager, statistician, all done by VET. Then surveyors and spatial scientists, Institute of Surveying. Agricultural consultant and agricultural scientists are VET occupations about the study of soil and the effect it has on plants, choice of agriculture or animals and economic activity. Environmental scientists, environmental consultants, and many other. The list is in fact long in geology, geophysics, hydrology, marine biology, life scientists. I would not be going through all of them. I just looked at the most popular ones and I looked at the most extraordinary ones. We couldn't even hope that so soon in this year, not waiting for next year, we would be lucky enough to have these occupations, some of which were considered to be unpopular and where we thought we might have sourced people that are already onshore. But no, we're looking for people offshore in these jobs, which is absolutely amazing. And as I said, every start of a migration visa, be it 491 or 190 or any other visa, is a positive skills assessment. Now, we will have the full details of this tomorrow, the nomination details, but so far they have announced they would be looking at least at 8 years experience. 8 years of experience, okay? So we are looking at mature professionals that can get the skills assessment. We're certainly from offshore not looking at younger graduates, not looking at people who have just completed their degrees. We're looking for someone very well into their industry, very experienced. Now, 8 years in the last 10 years, well, you must have worked very intensively in your occupation, in your profession, perhaps for several employers. You must have a skills assessment. As I have always said, it's always good to do a skills assessment in advance. It's valid for 3 years and you can always use it. You can use it in any time. Now, people who've done the skills assessment, look, they can start their registration of interest tomorrow, which is just amazing. People who have not done it yet can do it now. If you do an express VET assessment, a fast-track assessment by VET, for example, you can do it in 10 days. If you do a longer one, it can potentially take 3 to 4 months. There are different options. Some assessment authorities do offer fast-track, others don't. So this is something you should consider, and yes, as I always said, do the skills assessment as soon as you can. When you have skills assessment in hand and when you have your IELTS or PTE score in hand, whenever an opportunity comes up, you're ready for it. Whether you need help with the skills assessment or for registering your interest for the South Australian nomination, and you would like to make opportunity out of this amazing skills list that has come out for offshore, I emphasize, for offshore applicants, please contact Oz's group, Adelaide CBD. We would love to be helpful to you. Thank you.